Hello and welcome to another instructional video on the MiSTer FPGA system. Today we're going to be looking at an update of the AmigaVision sort of setup pack for Amiga, the Amiga core. It's the easiest and best way to get it set up and just run um, a lot of the games that are available in the if you can find the whatever pack you have. And it's a very nice, convenient way to get your Amiga working very nice and nice and easy. There are a few other additional things to do for it, like you can run, like you can get custom stuff like that people have made and get games off of itch.io and install those and run those. That's a little different. I believe that is explained in my other Amiga one, so this one's going to be more for the um, just the AmigaVision thing because it was just updated recently. Um, but here is the GitHub main page for um, the MiSTer FPGA. So this is GitHub page for it, and there's a lot of interesting instructions if you want to dig into it and figure out. And if you're more of a self, you want to read that and figure out some more stuff on your own. That's there. I will leave a link in the description for that. But this is more about the AmigaVision update. So I'll go over here and show you the AmigaVision. You go over here, there's a download. This gives you, if you click this, it gives you like a search window to find sort of the packs. And I found from there, I found two packs. There's a regular one for the like the regular Amiga stuff, and then there's for the CD32 stuff is separate now. And that's a very big download. So I didn't download that one. I'm just gonna do the Amiga one, the regular Amiga one, and copy that over. So I'll leave a link to this as well. There's a bunch of different documentation. Let's go to the documentation actually and look at that. So here's how you set it up. And I was browsing through here, and it's a little bit so upgrading. What they do is they recommend basically you just wipe everything and start fresh, or not even wipe it, just copy everything over and start fresh. So the only thing that you really have to worry about is saving is your saves file. So we're going to take a look at that. But at this time, I would like to ask that you, if you're so inclined, like and subscribe. If you hit the notification bell, if you're interested in getting notified the second I put something up, great. If you're not interested, that's fine. Not a big deal for me. I'm just doing this as sort of a public service. So that's up to you, but certainly tell people if you think they might be interested in this because maybe some of these videos will be helpful. And that's all I care about that. So let's look at the MiSTer side. I am going to use the Samba share here. Let me just find the correct thing. There we go. Sorry, it took me a little while there to bring it up. Okay, so the SD card. So we're gonna look at, what am I gonna look at? I'm gonna look at, is it under games? And it's gonna be under Amiga, something like that. And there's the AmigaVision saves. Okay, so I do have some saves from back in December. Personally, I'm not all that interested, but that's the file that you would back up. AmigaVision saves. Or do I have some saves? You know what? I am gonna keep that because I think I may have been using that. So what I will do is I will copy this file. If I can figure out how to do it. Just to back it up somewhere because I'm gonna probably stomp everything with this. No, let's see. No, because that's gonna. Oh, I have all those in there already. I got the CD32 stuff from before, I think. I changed it slightly because there was an underscore. Uh, well, I'll show you. There's an underscore console one that's not there anymore. Where am I gonna put this file? I know. All right, I've got that in a safe place. All right, so we are gonna go to MiSTer since this is for MiSTer setup. Installation instructions. See, it's kind of like not the best as far as the what am I trying to say? Navigation for navigational purposes. So you got computer console, but here's the file I have. Here's the folder I have that I've extracted the most recent one with this date 2026-04-26, and it just has it doesn't have that console one in it. It also has this RT4K, which I believe is for the RetroTink. Let's just look at that because here's a README. Yes, RetroTink 4K profiles. Uh, Let's bring it over here like this. We can RetroTink 4 profiles for the MiSTer with DV1s. Yeah, pre-configured programs to get you started. These are optimized for use with MiSTer. Also used with emulation software. Blah 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 blah. So this is if you have a RetroTink 4K, you copy this over to your RetroTink. I don't have one, so I'm not going to do that. But that's what that's for. So I'm letting you know. All right, so we're going to copy over all this stuff, not this extra stuff because it's not here. We're going to copy over all these over to the MiSTer. And we want to do to the root of the SD card. So here is the root of the SD card, which is all this stuff. And we're just going to copy all these over, but not that one. Wait, do it like that. You should be able to just drop them in and it'll be safe. Let's see. Watch it wipe out all my games. Copy to SD card. AmigaVision to SD card. Replace the files. It should only replace the stuff in the game, not directly in the game. Like the whole games folder shouldn't be wiped out. Like all this stuff should stay. It should just be Amiga. So it's only gonna wipe out the Amiga stuff. See, here's the new saves file. So I'll just replace that with my existing one. So it's only putting stuff here. Oh, it won't open this because it's trying to copy stuff, so it's gonna be like slow. It doesn't want to open that. And yeah, it's gonna be about 24 minutes. So I will pause while it is copying this so that you don't have to watch the whole thing. Okay, I had some issue with copying this AmigaVision HDF file, so I skipped it, copied everything else, and now I'm trying to recopy this one again. So I want to let you know that I had some issue with that. If it continues to be a problem, I may use a different protocol to copy that, and I'll come back and let you know if that's the case. And see, here's this message I got. Unexpected errors keeping you from copying the file. If you continue to receive the error, you can use the error code to search for help with this problem. Of course, I can't copy and paste it. Nothing useful like that. And this is the file. It is a big file, so maybe it has something to do with that. Not sure. I'm going to hit try again, though. Okay, so yeah, I was having trouble copying over that file for some reason. It is a little bit bigger than the other one, but it's not like, I don't think it's going to be a problem with the file system or whatever. It was just doing something weird. So I'm going to try to use WinSCP to copy that over this time. And log in. The default, the username is root, and then the password is just the number 1. And this is in PSX because I was in that before. And we're just going to go over to Amiga. Let's go up here and go over to Amiga. AmigaVision. Games, Amiga, and this one, the big one. And let's see, we're in games. Gonna go Amiga, so it's up at the top. Amiga. It was in here. Now we're gonna try to copy this over. And see how this works. This is probably going to work better. It's maybe just the Samba stuff doesn't work as well with that large a file, that sort of thing. I'm not going to leave this here for you to have to sit through either. So again, we're going to pause this, and once it's done, we'll come back to it, and we'll basically be done. Okay, we're almost done here. It's been almost an hour on the transferring of that file. It was pretty big, I guess. I mean, it's like approximately 10 gig. Don't remember it taking that long, but of course the other one was a little bit smaller. But yeah, it just kept. I think the network stuff was timing out, even though it was still working. And there we go. Should be done. Okay, cool. And I just want to make sure that I got it over good, you know. All right, so let's go up a directory here and grab a couple directories, maybe. That's weird. Oh yeah, I was just transferring that. I was thinking I was somewhere else. All right, and let's put the saves back, because I might have a saved game here somewhere. And this will just take a moment. So again, if you're doing a new one, you don't have to do this if you're newly installing it. But if you haven't installed it before, or if you have installed it before and you have saves, that's all you gotta do is just recopy this back over, and you should be good. Everything's good. And I still have the CD32 stuff from before, which I'll show you in just a moment as soon as this finishes. This isn't taking long, so we're just gonna get through it here. Just a few seconds. There, okay. So that's my save stuff. Yeah, so Amiga CD32, and I have these from before. But you can find a package for those and install them if you need. Yeah. So that's that. So I guess that'd be a separate thing at some point, maybe. You know, putting the CD32 ones there if you guys need it. But that's that. If you need help with setting up WinSCP, I have a different video on it. It's the second video in the playlist. So if you go, you know, if you get to my channel page by clicking on my little icon there, and then go to playlists, you'll see this playlist, and it'd be the second video is like for the copying the files with WinSCP, or you can find the one with the MiSTer Companion as well for copying files, although this one I might recommend WinSCP because it seems to be a little more stable for this particular file. That's it for copying files. Yeah, we're going to close this. We don't need any of this anymore. Let's go over to the MiSTer side and just see how things are. Oh, that's right. We do have to change one other thing. Let me get back. Actually, let me come back here. This is the MiSTer stuff. I forgot. It's been a while. We got to put this in there. Now, I should already have this in there from before. It's in the MiSTer.ini file, I believe, which is up here in the root. Here's the MiSTer.ini file. And since I have the nice thing here, yeah, see, I have the Amiga stuff already, but let's just double check and see if it's different. Hang on. Video mode, NTSC equals 8, video mode PAL equals 9, V-scale mode equals 0, V-sync adjust equals 1, custom aspect ratio _1 is 40 to 27, boot screen is 0, so that's all the same. You can see 600, 500, yeah. That looks the same, so I don't really have to change that. Yeah, this is all the same, so that hasn't changed. But double check it for yours, or if you haven't done the install yet, you'll need to add that to your MiSTer.ini file. Apparently, I didn't have anything else in this particular version of my MiSTer.ini file, which that happens. Sometimes I have stuff, sometimes I don't. I've got a few different SD cards for various purposes, mostly for doing these videos. Otherwise, I'd pretty much just have one. That's it. And it says reboot the MiSTer, which I probably don't have to do since this MiSTer.ini file is fine, but I'm going to do it anyway. So let me reboot it. I'm actually going to cut over to it. Here, let's cut back over to it. And I was going to reboot it from the menu here, but it's not, my controller's not syncing up at the moment. There. All right, let's go back. And this is just to show you that you go back and at the left to get to where your IP address is. May be different on your system. In fact, it likely will be different because your network can vary and how you've set that up. So that's how you find the IP when you need to connect to it. Again, I do go over this in the other videos about how to connect to it to copy files and all that, but figured I could show it. All right, so we're gonna do full cold reboot, even though it's probably not necessary. Won't hurt and could be useful. So we're gonna do that, and we go to we gotta reconnect the. Every time it reboots, you got to reconnect the controller, especially, well, if you're using a wireless one like I am. And I go through that in one of my other videos. If you look at the controller videos, you can see the controller that I use. All right, so where we computer, Amiga. And we'll see the new update for this year. I think the last one was a year ago. And this looks a little bit, yeah, it looks different. And there's a manual, so you can scan that. Oh, listen to that sound. That's cool. I don't think it had sound before. So you got a QR code there, so you can get the manual for this. This tells you how to do stuff. Here's your favorites, Hall of Fame, charts, curated content, decennial spotlight, for every 10 years, whatever, focus, various. I just go and find the ones I want. Oh, multiplayer games, yeah, yep. Special hardware, yeah. I'm feeling lucky. Exit to workbench. Yeah, you can go and exit. You can do workbench stuff. Let me see. I gotta at least show off one game, right? What should I show off? What was I gonna show off? Oh, this is neat. I'm gonna show off not a particularly great game, not a bad game either. The one I saw recently, if I can find it. Giganoid. Swiss Computer Arts presents Giganoid. And the idea is you should just pick it and it'll put everything in the right resolution mode and all that fun stuff. Alright, so I just go, I think. Press I for instructions. Fire button to play? Space button? Come on now. C for credits and S for story. Joystick 1, there we go. Let me start. Enter. S is for story. Then maybe it'll start. No, that just gives the story. I for instructions. Control the bat. Yeah, I know how to do that. Fine. Yeah, capsules. See, I would have thought F1 would just start it. But it doesn't. Well, now I feel silly. Isn't that starting? One up joystick. See, it starts, it comes back to this screen. Huh. Space bar, no. How odd. I have to hit like the mouse button. I have to hit the mouse button. Huh. Alright, it's doing mouse control. I know it had the option though. That's a pause. Spacebar's pause. Wow. Forgot that this was a... Let's see if I can... Maybe if I can unplug the mouse, it won't get confused. Maybe it thought the mouse was in control 1. Now I can't enter the initials. Maybe it needed the mouse control to do that. I don't know. You'd think on a computer with a keyboard you would use the keyboard to put in your letters, but no. But this is the fun we have. Alright, let's see. No? There. Alright, I did that at least. Okay. Alright, now let's disconnect this. Or let's... No. Let's try joystick 2, see if that works. There we go. That was it. Because the mouse is in port 1. That's what it is. Wow, it's just like... It's touchy. There we go. I'm using the analog stick, although it's probably not analog. Doing this. But I was using the D-pad and it was a bit much. Alright. So that is interesting. I used to be really good at, you know, breakout style games. This is more of an Arcanoid style. Oh, that. There. All right. Well, at least I sort of figured something out. All right. Yeah. Really touchy. D-pad. Oh, see, that went too far. Huh? Wow. Yeah, okay. Probably better with the mouse. Oh well. I wanted to try it out and see what it was like. So that was probably not a good example there, but I'll. Okay. Is that no? I think that's muting it for you. We'll see. I can cut it out anyway, in post. So that's your Amiga setup. Um, so thanks for watching. I hope this has been useful for you, at least entertaining me bungling around with it at some point, um, or help or whatever you liked it in some way. Hopefully, I'll see you on a different video. Take care.